Where do you get your news from? A newspaper, a TV channel, or somewhere online? A few decades ago, the answer was clear: TV or radio or papers. If you wanted news, those were your only sources. But now you're spoiled for choice. You get news on WhatsApp, on YouTube, on X, even on Facebook and Instagram. It's a generational change in consumption patterns. Look at this new report in the UK. Around 71% adults consume news online. Around 70% also consume news on television. So more people get their news online. And this has never happened in the UK. TV had always been the #1 source of news. So what has changed now? The report says social media is a big factor. Around 52% of British adults use it. Social media, 52% British adults. That's up from 47% last year. So more people are using social media. They're spending more time on social media. As a result, they're reading news on X or Instagram or other such platforms. There's an age difference too. 9 out of 10 young Britons consume news on social media. But among people over 55 years of age, it's the opposite. 90% of them watch the news on TV. But they all agree on one thing: TV news is more trustworthy than online news. And this trend is not limited to the UK. Look at the situation in India. 71% Indians prefer to get their news online. 49% rely on social media. But is this necessarily a good thing? Well, online news does have its advantages. For starters, it's instant. You get real-time updates on various events. That's not always possible on TV. Secondly, it's more accessible. You don't need a TV and cable connection to get the news. All you need is a mobile phone. Again, let's look at India. India's TV penetration is 70%. India's smartphone plus internet penetration is 88%. A third advantage is customization. On TV, you can't choose your content. You must see what the channel is offering. But on the internet, you have options. Say you're looking for news on Manipur. You don't have to see the whole show. You can just click on videos or articles about Manipur. So for consumers, online news is a good deal, which is why more people are using it. But for creators and journalists, it's a little more complicated. Earlier, news agencies faced a big challenge in distribution. TV channels needed satellite rights, newspapers needed big printing presses and local distributors. So the costs were pretty high. Not everyone could produce news content. But technology has changed that. It costs nothing to distribute your content on YouTube or X. All you need is an account. But making your content popular and watched is a different ballgame. For that, you're at the mercy of technology, whether it's acing the algorithm or using targeted advertisements or riding the current trends. What's worse, it is all managed by big tech companies, the likes of Google, YouTube, X, and Meta. They basically control the news distribution pipeline. Just consider X. It is owned by Elon Musk, a businessman who's also endorsed Donald Trump for president. Now, what is stopping Musk from suppressing negative Trump content or boosting negative Kamala Harris content or removing content about countries that he's invested in? What's stopping him? Nothing. So online news may have a lot of positives, but transparency and trust are not on that list. These platforms are run by two kinds of people. One, who don't understand the news, and second, who think they do, but don't, like Elon Musk. So the internet has not really democratized the news, but it has made it faster and more accessible. Maybe that's why the negatives are less talked about, like fake news. Look at this report from 2018. It found that fake news travels faster than real news on X. That's incentive for miscreants, incentive to peddle unverified information. Another problem is shorter attention spans. People want their news in a couple of lines or maybe a 1-minute video. Even we make shorter reels of our longer stories. We do that. But you know the problem that we face: giving context, explaining why something is happening. So online news may be creating more news consumers, but not all of them are well informed, unfortunately. Of course, such challenges come with any new technology, and the key is to keep improving. There is no point denying the rise of online news. Our focus should be on making it better.